The theme of our wedding is going to be Mexican vintage because I think it sounds cool, and what I'm trying to do is bring two cultures together.
So what we're imagining is like 5 different taco stands. So it's like, they're gonna have a flat grill and they'll have 2 people at each stand, busting, like making their tortillas.
Now we're panicking about the price of $400, you realize. That's a lot of money.
I know.
400 people for a meal that's provided is a lot.
It's not gonna be a sit-down meal.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Tuesday, August 16th. How are you? It's wonderful here. It's 3:30. I've just finished my first video about Ginger and Jeremy Volo's house, the weird picture that was in the on the wall. I'm still feeling a little bit dizzy from that video. Now let's talk about sister wives, because Mykelti and Tony Padron have let us know what gender their twins are, and Miss Janelle was having a little controversy over on her Instagram while she was praising her boys for working together, and she liked to comment about who it is that did the best job raising the kids. And y'all, it didn't include Kody. I-O-O-B. All right, so first off, Mykelti and Tony are coming in hot. So Mykelti and Tony, who live in Utah, and we all know that Christine lives closer to Mykelti and Tony so that she can be with their daughter, Avalon, her grandbaby. And Aspen and Mitch also live up in Utah with them. And now Peyton. I think the only one of her children that's not in Utah presently is Gwendolyn. And then obviously Isabel has been living in North Carolina, but I believe she's home for the summer and she has been staying back home in Utah. Anyways, so here we go. Mykelti is due with twins in December. Now, she only had Avalon not even less than 2021. I think it was in the winter of 2021 that she had Avalon. And now she's going to be having twins coming up in December. So she announced the pregnancy, which surprised a lot of us because we were like, whoa, girl, you just had a baby. But hey, you know, get them all done at the same time, you know, like then you're done. Or else you could just be like me and be one and done. So a lot of people were shocked, but excited when they announced the pregnancy. And it was a surprise, obviously, because it was twins. And then there was a lot of questions. Are they identical twins? Are they fraternal twins? Well, we got some answers here when they revealed the gender on their Instagram. So she said, Tony and I are expecting twin boys on December 1st, but they're twins. So really, we're thinking before Thanksgiving because twins come early. It was the last thing we both expected for both of them to be boys. We haven't figured out names, but we're excited that Avalon will have 2 brothers to boss around. So if she said that they would be both boys, that leads me to believe that they are fraternal, meaning multiple eggs instead of a split egg of identical. And I think it's when you actually have fraternal twins that those are the ones that are those the ones that run in families, or is it when an egg splits? I can't remember. So she directed people over to People Magazine, which she told People Magazine this: I'm excited for all 3 of my kids to be close together in age. They'll always have a friend to play with, and Tony and I will be very outnumbered sooner than we realize. It should be a fun adventure. So they are going to have twin boys for Avalon, and Avalon will be a big sister. They did a piñata. So they shared the exciting news. They were expecting twins with confetti powdered poppers and a piñata. The boy and pink question mark shaped things, blah, blah, blah. She's very excited. She's going to have a very good support system, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so they weren't expecting them both to be boys. So if she knew that they were identical twins, she would know that they would be the same gender. So with fraternal twins, that means 2 separate eggs were released, and that means that it's fertilized by 2 separate things, and you can get different genders. So, like Brenda and Brandon. Oh my gosh, 90210. Who else was obsessed with Beverly Hills 90210? Not the remake with the other younger people, the old one, the old 90210 with Luke Perry. Oh, Luke, rest in peace. And Shannon and Jason and Jenny and Tori. Oh, 90210. I love them. Okay, back to them. They had fraternal twins that were boy and girl. This time they're going to have fraternal twins that are both boys. And did you know that Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen are actually not identical twins? They're fraternal. They just happen to look identical. So even though they're not identical, they could end up looking a lot alike, or they could look nothing alike. It's amazing. It's amazing how genetics works. So she will be adding the babies in the beginning of December. As she said, she's probably going to go earlier. And when she talked to people when Christine talked to people back in June, she said, I'm so excited and they're going to be such great parents. I know they're so overwhelmed, but it's twins. It's a lot of work, but I live close and Aspen lives close. She's got such an amazing support system and we're all so excited. They've been incredible parents with Avalon and now we get to see them be parents again. So she's got lots and lots of help from her family. And obviously Christine will always lend a hand because she's sweet like that. So Tony and Mykelti are going to have twins. And we just found out that Maddie's pregnant and we don't know the gender of Maddie's baby. Maddie has a boy and a girl, Axel and Evie. And she's got, Mykelti has Avalon. So then we're going to have 3 boys and 2 girls for grandchildren. We'll find out if Maddie has another girl, they'll be split at 3 and 3. So congratulations, Tony and Mykelti. It's super exciting. Can't wait to see what the babies look like. They do make adorable children. Okay, so next up, let's talk about Michelle Duggar. Oh my gosh, Janelle Duggar. Okay, so Janelle Brown, we know by now TLC is lying and saying that the RV basically was bought without Kody's knowledge. I did check and she pulled a permit and Kody was not on the application for the permit. So she might have made the decision to move out to the property without him knowing, but he was definitely there when she purchased the RV. Now, when it comes to Janelle, her most recent post got a tidbit controversial, and this is what it says. It does a mama's heart good to know she raised boys willing to help out, even each other. Gabe hit something in the road and Garrison came right away to help him get the tire, which of course had a stripped lug nut off. And it was raining like crazy. I went over to help, but ended up being the cheerleader as I wasn't really needed. And then, so Garrison's wearing a mask and Gabriel is not. And this is what she said, update, because people continue to comment, Garrison does have a mask on because he was exposed earlier this week. He is exercising an abundance of caution, and I've been deleting the questions because inevitably it turns into some sort of discussion, which I'm not sure is healthy. So now you know why the mask. No need to ask. So he's been exposed to COVID and he's wearing a mask and he's helping Garrison change his tire. And she didn't want people to fight about it. Now, and when someone asked her a question about why their comment was deleted, she said, was my comment removed? I have nothing but respect for Janelle. All I said was, I have COVID, as do some of my friends. Doesn't hurt to wear a mask, but it's everyone's personal choice. What gives? And she said, I did remove the whole thread as it was starting to get too controversial. I really just wanted to focus on my boys here. Thanks for your understanding. I mean, you guys, we're at a point now where it's been like over 2 years since the pandemic started, and even the CDC has been loosening guidelines. So I think like all of the mask shaming and all of the fights about it just really we're at a point where it's like, even the government is like, we're on a new phase. So he's been exposed. She's being honest. I'm not getting into it. But I saw this comment and I was like, whoa, Nelly. It says, you and Christine raised them right. Great work raising decent humans. You and Christine. And Janelle did a heart. And then someone said, you just said you and Christine. And she said, oh my goodness, calm down. I didn't mean anything negative by it. I'm just giving her and Christine a compliment. They were the primary caregivers As they have said many times, I'm not throwing any shade. I just think they did an amazing job. So they shaded Kody and just were complimenting Janelle and Christine for raising decent humans. Yay. So really, it's like Janelle's the mom and Christine was the dad, or Christine was the mom and Janelle was the dad. I don't know. But she loved the comment. So there's that. So Janelle was getting a little controversial and she didn't want it to be about a controversy. And again, I don't love controversy either. There's reasons why I don't talk about some topics on this channel, like because people just fight and fight and fight. It's like if I bring up politics, like I have my feelings about politics and I'm sure a lot of you know what my feelings about politics might be, but I hate seeing you guys fight in the comments. It's like the worst feeling ever to see my community divide over something that at the end of the day is just like what we feel personally. Why can we not just like have fun and talk without fighting about that? It doesn't mean I don't bring it up sometimes. And when I do, I usually lose some subscribers because people, again, it's such a divisional thing. Like, you know, we can disagree on topics and still be friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be a Republican, you can be a Christian, you could be a Buddhist, you could be Jewish, you could be a woman, you could be a man, you could be a vegetarian, and I could be a meat eater. I mean, there's a million things about our lives that make us all different, and I hate making like a choice to like someone because of a belief, a feeling, a thought. It would be like me being like, you like the color green? Ugh, I hate the color green. I only love purple and I can't be your friend. That's why I don't like talking about politics. And that's why I hate these like fights about COVID. You know, in the early days, I understand it, but now we're kind of like past the worst of it. I know it keeps coming back, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate seeing you guys fight in the comments. It drives me bonkers. I just want you guys to come here and like be happy. Yay. And like, let's have some chit chat and talk about sister wives and be goofy, or talk about the Duggars and be silly. You know what I mean? So anyways, rant diverted. I just want you guys to be happy. And I just want you guys to know that if you don't agree with me on specific topics that I cover, I don't hate you. And as long as you're super nice to me in the comments and you're not like rude, you can definitely express your opinions and I will not delete. It's only when you troll or rude that I delete the comments. But I also wanted to put this caveat out because lately there's been all these people saying that I hate Christianity or I hate religion, and that's just simply not true. We cover cults on this channel. We cover reality shows that cover cults because we don't like abuse that happens in the name of religion. That has nothing to do with people having faith, and I totally support anyone having faith. Anyone can have faith. Anyone can have a personal relationship with God. Anyone can have a spiritual like life. I would never take that from anyone, and I don't want to take that from anyone. That's not my place. And I believe that everyone has a right to coexist, right? And so I don't like abuse that happens because of it, but that doesn't mean I don't love Christians, because I love all people, regardless of who you are and what you believe. Like, I love everything and everyone. I try to have friends of all walks of life. I know it's not possible for everyone, but I would be so bored if all of my friends were exactly the same. Some of my closest friends are so far away from me politically, but I don't care, because honestly, you can have things in common with people that aren't the same as you. Same thing as me, same thing with faith. I might not have the same faith as someone, but I could definitely respect someone who believes differently than I do. And that's all I think I would expect of my audience, is just to be kind to other people. And I also just want to put out this disclaimer at the end, because I've been covering stories that have been getting really hairy on my Facebook. And I just want to put out a reminder, like, please do not go for attack, spread hate, go real life, or cause pain to anyone that we talk about on this channel. Don't get nasty. Don't report people for things. Don't call the police or CPS or whatever it is that you do. Don't go to other channels that talk about me and leave nasty comments. Like, really just be a good person. Don't spread the drama. Like, let's just be all happy and good. Okay? We never want to spread hate. All right, so what are your thoughts about, now circling back, the babies, boys, and Janelle? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.